morning. How's everybody doing? Okay, good. Sorry, we're three minutes late. We'll let everybody get settled. We'll make it up on the back end. All right. We'll be quick. All right, I'd like to call to order the June 25th, 2026 meeting of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners. Note the presence of all three commissioners. And I'd love for our students that are here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You know the Pledge of Allegiance, right? All right, so stand up and lead us in the pledge. Why don't you kick us off? Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job. Okay. Good morning. It's nice to have a packed house and see so many familiar faces. A couple comments for me. This is our last meeting before July 4th. So I wanted to wish everyone a safe and happy Independence Day. We all know that this is a special year as we celebrate America 250. And to help get you all in the spirit, we've got a couple fun things for you to tune into. Everybody likes fun, right? We all like fun. I know I do. First, on Monday the 29th, we'll be hosting Monco's America 250 Birthday Bash, along with our partners at Valley Forge Tourism and Elmwood Park Zoo. This will be held right here outside of the courthouse from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a family-friendly block party with food trucks, photo ops, and some zoo animals. So please join us if you are able. And for those of you that don't drive yet, you can ask your parents if they can bring you here. It'll be tons of fun. On top of that, our social media team has been putting out some fun A250 videos that you may have seen on social media. I just have to give the social team, the comms team, a shout out because they've done such a great job. It's sad that on Saturday evenings I'm scrolling through Facebook and they get a text from me. I'm like, that was a really good one. So kudos to the team for kind of honoring A250 but having a little fun while doing it. Some county employees were adventurous enough to dress up in 18th century garb. We don't have any pictures, do we? No? And George Washington himself was nice enough to join us for a few videos. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to join in on the fun. Last month, we unveiled our first ever county housing blueprint, which is our strategy to expanding housing stability, increasing affordability, and reducing homelessness. This Board of Commissioners is committed to building a stronger housing system for Montco families and to make housing more attainable. Our blueprint also aligns with the Housing Action Plan that the state published earlier this year. So I'm pleased to share that the Montgomery County has been awarded $900,000 in funding through the Pennsylvania Housing Affordability and Rehabilitation Enhancement Program. That's a mouthful. So I'm super excited that we have close to $1 million of funding that's coming in to support that work. So can we just we can clap for that. That's good news. So this funding will go directly to programs that provide both immediate assistance and long-term housing stability, including Your Way Home programs for rapid rehousing and emergency shelters, homelessness prevention, case management and community development, and critical repairs and enhancements to the existing housing developments. This funding will help more residents in need to secure and remain safe in housing. And it also allows the county to continue to do good work in making safe and affordable housing a reality for us all. So next up, I have, I think there's only one Way to Go winner here today, but next I have the honor of honoring our Way to Go Montco winners for the month of June. These are county employees whose colleagues have recognized them for their extraordinary service to our county. So first I have Kirsten Bovin, a paramedic program coordinator with our Department of Public Safety. She was supposed to be here in attendance, but I hear that she's expecting a little one. So, but Kirsten's colleagues say she has been an invaluable asset to Monco's EMS Training Institute. Paramedics are in high demand in our region, and Kirsten is helping to make sure the workforce is well trained. She has provided vaccinations to homebound residents through our mobile integrated health team. So kudos to Kirsten, and thank you for the great work. Where's Jim? Jim's here. Okay, you're hiding in the back. Stand on up for me. So Jim is a help desk operator within our IT department. Jim was actually nominated by a county employee who had a great experience when Jim responded to their help desk ticket. The employee says that Jim was patient and thorough as he navigated some unexpected challenges, but he saw it through and made sure the issue was resolved. So Jim, thank you for the work that you do, and congratulations. Next, we have Brandon Craig, who is a technical operations coordinator at our correctional facility. Brandon's colleagues say he's always friendly, responsive, and willing to take on any job, all with a smile on his face. He is courteous and professional and always goes the extra mile. So we are grateful to you, Brandon. Next up, Kim Hearn, a technical operations coordinator with our Magisterial District Court 38-1-05. Kim's colleagues say she has picked up a diverse skill set since joining the county as a court clerk in 1997. She's always training new staff and fills in at several courts when there are staffing shortages. Through it all, she is knowledgeable, courteous, and keeps a positive mindset. So thank you, Kim, for 30 years of dedicated service to Montgomery County. And then last but not least, we have Stephen Smith, a commercial assessor with our Board of Assessments. Stephen was nominated for his strong work ethic, attention to detail, and ability to collaborate effectively across teams. Thanks to Stephen's motivation and dedication, the team is able to achieve its goals. So thank you to Stephen. So we are going to, let's congratulate all of our Way to Go winners. And I'm going to have Jim come on up for a picture.
Yeah.
Certificate for you. Okay. All right. Let's take a.
Right here. All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And lastly, I want to share that immediately following today's meeting, we will be hosting our Immigrant Heritage Month block party right here outside of the courthouse. Our Director of Immigrant Affairs, Nellie, where is Nellie? Right there. We'll be speaking about this later in our meeting, and we'll also be introducing some inspiring young community members who are here today. June is Immigrant Heritage Month, and we all know that immigrants make up the fabric of this beautiful community that we call home. And this is a celebration and a way for us to honor the cultural contributions of immigrants throughout Montgomery County. Everyone's welcome to join us outside to enjoy the festivities. So we're going to make sure to keep this meeting short so we can get outside and have some fun. I'll turn it over to my colleague, Commissioner Makisha.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. We've got a great crowd today. Excited to hear and highlight some of the work that you're doing. One of the things that I just want to acknowledge at the top of the meeting, many of you may have seen the news, there was a devastating earthquake in Venezuela, and our heart goes out to everyone affected, including members of the Venezuelan American community here who may have friends and family. And if there are any relief efforts, we'll post those online. But it's really devastating, and please share whatever we're going to be able to share so we can do our part and help families affected by this. Second thing that I want to note is there have been a lot of stories in the news about the Postal Service and mail-in ballots, including an executive order that was recently enjoined in a court, meaning it was stopped by a district court, that would have prevented mail-in voting from happening in Pennsylvania. And I want everyone to know that we continue to ensure that your votes can be cast and counted in our county, including by mail, in person, through the drop box. And we have been able to sign on to litigation or amicus briefs in support of challenges to these executive orders, including one that the one I mentioned that was just enjoined in court. The Commonwealth, thanks to the governor, has stepped in, has filed a case, and we're going to continue to monitor the outcome there. But fundamentally, without getting into all the legal weeds and jargon, this is about whether we as localities can run our elections and as states versus the federal government nationalizing elections through the Postal Service, which is not meant to administer or take part in elections other than ensuring that our ballots are received. And we're going to continue to fight to make sure everyone's vote is counted and that we can go into November knowing that that's the case. So we'll keep you posted on that. There's also a rulemaking that the Postal Service is engaging in that the public can provide comments on until July 2nd. So I will post that information today, and we will make sure everyone has the ability to make their voice heard on that issue. This second thing, very similar note, Congress passed a law actually yesterday on housing, which is great. I think it's going to take private equity out of residential housing and actually pilot the whole home repairs bill, which is very popular in Pennsylvania, with a long wait list in Montgomery County. It's unclear whether it will be signed by the president because of the attempts to nationalize elections and that being the priority that he wants to see. But I would also encourage folks to write to their members of Congress because housing is an issue, one that we've all recognized in our county board that we've got to tackle. The cost of housing has risen significantly above the cost, above median wages, and we want to see our representatives address the issue across the board. So speaking of civic participation and asking folks to speak out, our residents want to recognize two middle school students who could probably teach us a few things. They recently represented Montgomery County at the National Civics Beat. It's a regional contest that was held at the National Constitution Center. There they are, Gabriel and Sydney. This was a national contest to engage middle school students with civic literacy, and to enter, they had to write essays proposing solutions to community issues. And in doing so, showed off some of their knowledge with an in-person challenge. So let's welcome Gabriel O'Curran. Is Gabriel here? Where are you? Please welcome Gabriel. He's a middle schooler at Holy Rosary Regional Catholic School right here in Plymouth Township in Montco. Gabe wrote an essay about homelessness in Montgomery County, which, by the way, Gabe, you don't know this, but it actually formed the basis of the housing blueprint we published last month. So thank you for doing that policy research for us. And Sydney Bond, Upper Dublin. Are you here, Sydney? Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations. So Sydney's at Sandy Run Middle School in Upper Dublin. Sydney's focus on her writing was on ways to encourage civic engagement in our community. So thank you for doing that. And I hope our voter service team will use that to see what we can do to improve our voter turnout and engagement this fall. But why don't we give a big round of applause for these two middle schoolers for continuing and come up and take photos.
over here. 1, 2. Oh, you turn it up. Oh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
And similar note, just following up on the July 4th festivities, we should also acknowledge this is the 50th anniversary of Valley Forge Park being a national park. And it's only one of the national historic sites, historic parts in Pennsylvania, the other one being Independence Hall. Valley Forge brings in about 2 million people in Montgomery County every year. So if you get a chance, Friday, July 3rd to Sunday, July 5th, there's going to be a celebration. And the three of us are taking part in that, hosted by Valley Forge Tourism Bureau. It's free to attend. Throughout the day, visitors can see reenactments, living history. You might run into George Washington, live music, and it'll be a fun birthday party, or anniversary in this case, both, birthday anniversary. So that's the weekend of July 4th. And then finally, just to mention what some of you may be participating in. How many people have watched the World Cup? Anyone watching the games? Raise your hand. All right, growing. All right, the rest of you need to watch the World Cup. Well, the games will start to pick up, and the U.S. is doing pretty well. But it's been very exciting. I'm a lifelong soccer fan. I've played since I was a kid. I was once a referee. It was actually the hardest job. I've had a lot of odd jobs in my life, but being yelled at by the parents of kids playing soccer is very difficult. I think a lot of people are starting to get to see just what's exciting about the soccer matches. For those of you who've watched, there've been some really great ones played here in Philadelphia, including, I think there's one tonight. And people from around the world are coming to celebrate. I was at a cafe, or a staff member was there, and a number of Iraqis who were there who came from Iraq to watch the game, brought in some drums and were celebrating. And, there's countries that have made it. There's countries with 1 billion people who didn't make it. So it's kind of fascinating, and props to all of those who made the qualifying rounds. But people from across the globe are exploring American cities and culture in ways they've never experienced before. It's a great opportunity for our country. A lot of French supporters in Philadelphia's French Quarter. The Algerian team is training in a small city in Kansas. They're getting to explore our finest cuisines, including ranch sauce, cheesesteaks, Texas Roadhouse bread, enjoying free soda refills and Waffle House. So we've got to show off everything that we have to offer, even though the French think that they've got their cuisine, and it's obviously Italy. But I hope you're getting a chance to enjoy. And if you haven't seen a game, the best place to go watch, we think, is going to be at one of the Monco watch parties. So we've already got 5,000 people signed up to watch in King of Prussia at the mall outside of Italy. And Valley Forge Tourism is doing a great job putting that together, June 30th to July 4th. They're going to be hosting a number of matches, so check that out online. We'll post it. And there's a free shuttle to get to the watch party. So you can go from the Conshohocken train station, which means you can SEPTA from anywhere to Conshohocken, get on the shuttle, it'll take you to the mall, and it's all going to be right there. So it'll be a great event, lots of fun. And if anyone hasn't been to Lemon Hill in Philly, that's actually the one free fan fest, I think, in the whole country. 50,000 people were there, 75,000 people. So it's pretty amazing. But all right, with that, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Develop.
The big hit's been ranch dressing and barbecue.
I know.
That's been the big thing that they've been saying, that the people have just been going, travelers that have come here, they've been going crazy for ranch dressing and barbecue. So, hey, that's exciting, right? And the United States, I think if they win tonight, Well, they're going to advance no matter what, the way I understand it. And it's, when they advance into the, this will be the furthest they've gotten in the World Cup matches. So that's exciting. So there's a lot of good things are happening. So we want to cheer on our team and hopefully see them take it all the way. But switching gears a little bit, last night I was able to attend another firefighter Cert 1 graduation at our fire training center. There were 37 new volunteer firefighters that graduated from the Montgomery County Fire Academy. And as always, I was very happy to be there and congratulate them and their families. And it was kind of fitting because just the other night we had a major 4-alarm fire in West Norton, and I'm sure everyone has seen or heard about it. And it was a building that over 100 fire companies from around the region responded. Unfortunately, it was a total loss of a warehouse. It was Superior Place Systems. But what was amazing, and I drove by it yesterday, what was amazing again is that our volunteer firefighters in Montgomery County and surrounding regions were able to go to that fire, fight that fire, and ensure that A, there was no injuries, and B, that there was no secondary fires that were a result of the flames that were coming off of that building, which is incredible because there's other buildings that were like literally within 50 feet of where the fire was. So it was a great job. And I like to always remind everyone that probably 90% of our firefighters here in Montgomery County are volunteers. So we really appreciate all our volunteers. We appreciate those that recently got their certification last night, and we want to support them every way we can. So Montgomery County Fire Academy it's a great asset to Montgomery County and the surrounding region. So I want to congratulate and thank our DPS team and the fire program staff for doing such an amazing job in Montgomery County. Commissioner McKee just was talking about some of the American 250 events. It's amazing. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to April, and we're already going through June, and it's July next week. I just don't know where it's going. So if anybody can find April and May, let me know, because it's just been crazy. But there's so many cool events that are being planned, not only here in Montgomery County at the Valley Forge Park, but a lot of our townships and municipalities throughout Montgomery County are having different events. So I don't know if we're going to show up on the screen some of the. Oh, there we go. So as mentioned, there's so many events going on. I mean, we know that there's several parades on July 4th. I know my colleagues that are going to be at Pottstown Parade. I'm going to be at Skip Pack, and I think we're meeting up then at Glenside throughout the day. So we're going to be out in the communities celebrating July 4th. Always look forward to being together in these parades. We always have a lot of fun. On June 28th at the Peter Wentz Farmstead in Worcester, in the Lansdale area, is hosting a Happy Birthday American Party. So if you're in the area on June 28th, stop by. On July 5th, if you aren't too tired from the 4th, I know we will be from the parades, but if you're not too tired, come out to the Pottsgrove Manor in Pottstown for a reenactment event that they're calling Independence Ignite. I was actually there yesterday and toured Pottsgrove Manor, and they have so many amazing exhibits. The history there is amazing, and I learned a lot about the Potts family, who eventually was the founders of that whole area, the Pottsgrove, Pottstown area. So if you haven't been to the Pottsgrove Manor up in Pottsgrove, it's right on the edge of Pottstown. You should stop by. It's dated back to, I believe the house was 1782 was when the homestead was built. And the Potts family had 12 kids. Can you imagine that, 12 kids? And there's really a lot of history there. So if you have an opportunity, definitely go there. On July 11th, there's two great events. The Upper Schuylkill Valley Park has a special event all about the bald eagle. That one is a great for kids and animal lovers. And lastly, the Ben Franklin porch performance will be coming to Pennypack Mills on the 11th. Ben was one of the most interesting founders, and this is your chance to meet him. We'll be there, and he'll be signing, I guess, autographs. While you're out at Pennypacker Mills, I also recommend their exhibits about the Pennypack family and who was a major force behind preserving Valley Forge as well. So I know there's a lot of great things that are going on, but if you missed some of that or as it's scrolling by, you could go to our county website, www.montgomerycountypa.gov/America250 at any time, and you can learn about all the different events that are occurring over the next 2 months or so, and all throughout Montgomery County. And lastly, I'm really excited about, we're going to have our next county commissioner meeting on the road. It's going to be at Hatfield. And it's going to be July 16th. So we're happy to be able to get out again. We've had several of these Montgomery County Commissioner meetings on the road, and they've been successful, and the community loves that we get out there, and it gives the local communities, not only in Hatfield, but some of the surrounding communities, to come to our meeting and talk about, issues, ideas, concerns, thoughts, suggestions, successes that are most important to their little regional area out there. So we're excited to be there, and we're really looking forward to seeing a great turnout and hearing from the community. And that's all. And I just want to wish everyone a happy and safe July 4th, and hopefully we'll see you somewhere on the parade routes.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, we'll go to our presentations. We'll give a financial update from our new Chief Financial Officer, Brian Wilkinson. Welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners. So thrilled to be here. First meeting with the Commissioners in my second week as the CFO. So I'm going to give a brief update on the current state of finances of the county. This is primarily focused on the general fund, which is the largest portion of our budget. Next slide, please. So I'll review the budget performance for revenues and expenditures first, and then we'll do a brief overview of the planning for the 2027 budget, which is underway. Next slide. So for on revenue performance, so far we have collected roughly 24% of revenue for the general fund. Typical for this point in the year. This is information through April 30th. The bulk of tax collections come in May and June, so the real estate taxes will, normal activity, we expect that to be more than half of the total revenues, but at this point in the year, tax collections are on track for where we normally are. Federal and state grants, the second largest portion of our budget, they're on track, consistent with what we expected. This is an area of risk that we need to continue monitoring, but we're in decent shape at this point in the year. Next slide. So trends to keep in mind, as I mentioned, tax revenues primarily collected. The heaviest collections are usually May and June. So next update, we'll have a much clearer picture of where we end for the year. Other things to mention, our investment income is trending ahead of what we had in the budget. So the short-term interest rates from the Fed have remained flat, which is favorably impacting our investments. And another thing that I would point out is that in the budget for last year, state gaming revenue was roughly $6 million. For the current year, we've increased that to $8.5 million. And we are on track to make that. The first quarter is usually the lowest of the 4 quarters due to timing of sporting events, et cetera. But we are on track to make our budget of $8.5 million, which is a pretty significant increase. Next slide, please. On the expenditure side, as I said, this is information through April 30th. We're about a third of the way through the year. And we've expended about 32% of our budget, which is pretty consistent with what we were expecting. Personnel expenditures are actually slightly lower, which is a good thing based on vacancy savings year to date. Controllable expenses make up 36% of our planned spending, so the fact that we're at 36% at this point in the year is absolutely consistent with what we were anticipating. Next slide, please. So again, the personnel expenses are trending below budget through April, which is a great place to be. I will point out that there is a $4 million negative allocation in there, so planned vacancy savings. And with what we're seeing so far, we'll make that and likely exceed it slightly. Another thing that I would notice is that debt service, debt service is, it's consistent with where we normally are. It's biannual payment, so it looks like we're ahead on debt service, but it's actually 6 months of activity that's been recorded. Another thing to point out is that energy costs, we locked in our electricity pricing for 2025 and 26 previously. So through 26, we have some consistency with our spending there. But fuel costs are an area we'll need to monitor.
In terms of debt service, are there any significant changes that,
Sorry.
are there any significant changes we're expecting in terms of debt service? For example, given the debt that was originally taken on with the Justice Center, when does that?
So we're on track with debt service. We do have a new funding opportunity this year. We may have some a refunding opportunity, so we'll actually do better on debt service. But yeah, to this point in the year, I think debt service is exactly where we expected it to be. Okay. Next slide, please. So this is a list of our capital projects, the top 15, where we are at this point in the year. The top 15 represent about 80% of our spending, and many smaller projects after that. I would point out two things. Number one, the voter services election equipment. It looks like it's slightly over budget at this point. We're actually waiting on a rebate. Once we book that rebate, it'll be back under budget. And the other thing to mention is the Bergey's Mill Bridge project looks to be significantly over budget. In total, that project is actually expected to come in roughly $70,000 under budget. The budget is over $5 million, but it's a timing issue. There were some 25 expenses that were posted in 26. Next slide, please. So for financial planning for FY27, we're actively evaluating the 26 budget and the 27 preliminary budget proposals for cost containment opportunities and operational efficiencies. So budget meetings began in June. They'll continue through early August. And it includes a detailed review of operating and capital budget requests for 27, as well as a forecast for FY26. The Board of Commissioners info sessions will be scheduled August through October. And then the distribution is planned for the November board meeting on November 12th, followed by the typical public hearings. Next slide. Questions?
Take a breath. Take it for your first budget presentation. What questions do we have?
That one slide where we collected was 23, what was that slide?
24.
24.8.
Right.
It should have actually been 24.801 because I recently paid mine.
Thanks for your conservation.
Just wanted to make sure we're accurate. No, I mean, thank you for the update. I know, with you coming on board, we're, happy that you're here, and we got our work cut out for us as we're starting to look at 2027 and continue to do everything we can in 2026 to, control spending and really look for cost savings as we've been doing. So I look forward to working with you and your team, over the next several months as we are prepared for 2027.
Excellent.
Really excited that you're here. I just, by seeing what you've been doing in the last couple of weeks, I know you're going to help us kind of navigate a complex and difficult financial environment for the county. And I know that this board remains committed to ensuring that, given the affordability crisis that exists, we know people are stretched, and so we're going to do our part to work to control costs while still being able to deliver on our promises to residents. So I'm excited for you to help us do that. So
Excited
thanks for
to
the
do it.
update. Yep. Thanks. Anything? Okay. Great. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can't go home. All right. Next up, we have Immigrant Heritage Month's Rising Youth Award. Nellie.
Good morning, commissioners and other attendees, students and family members, nonprofit leaders. Today we come together to celebrate National Immigrant Heritage Month, a time to honor the courage, resilience, and contributions of immigrants who continue to shape our communities, our county, and our country. My name is Nelly Jimenez Arevalo, and I'm Venezuelan American and the director of the Office of Immigrant Affairs for the county. As we approach and celebrate the 250th anniversary of our nation, we are reminded that the story of the United States has always been a story of immigrants, of hope, opportunity, and the belief in a better future. Here in Montgomery County, we are proud to be home to a vibrant and diverse community reflecting generations of individuals and families who contribute to the strength, culture, and prosperity of our county and our nation. Today, that story continues through the remarkable young people we are here to recognize. We are honored to celebrate 8 astounding students whose achievements in leadership, community service, academics, and/or athletics represent the very best of Montgomery County. They are not only excelling in their own path, but they're also uplifting others, serving their communities, and showing us what is possible when talent meets opportunity. Their accomplishments reflect the high level of skill, determination, and potential we see across our immigrant and second-generation communities every single day. We also take this moment to recognize those who have stood beside them, their parents, grandparents, teachers, leaders, mentors, and community members whose guidance, encouragement, and unwavering support have helped shape these young leaders. Their success is a shared achievement rooted in community, care, and collective effort. If you are one of the student supporters, parents, nonprofit leaders, siblings, or mentors, please stand and be recognized. Come on, don't be shy. Thank you. To our students, you are the pride of our county and our country, and an inspiration for everybody else. You remind us that when we invest in people and create spaces where everyone belongs, we all thrive. Let us continue to build a safer community in Montgomery County and a nation that honors dignity, celebrates diversity, and supports the dreams of every single generation. Congratulations to each of you. I know you're shy. There you go. At this time, we will recognize each student individually. As your name is called, please stand so that we can acknowledge your achievements. And at the end, we will invite you to come forward to receive your commendation. After all of the students have been recognized, we will invite you to join the commissioners for a group photo. Now, I would like to call on 2 amazing examples of Americans whose immigration story is similar to those being recognized today. My amazing interns, Ashley and Cassandra, come forward. So you know, Ashley just graduated from Penn State, and Cassandra is a junior in NYU, and they both want to be attorneys. So they're going to make the best attorneys ever. So thank you and congratulations, ladies. And now they're going to introduce the students.
Thank you, Nelly. Good morning, everyone. First, we have Avni Sitapara from Souderton School District with Indian roots. Avni is an exemplary trailblazer whose longtime engagement with academia and community service reflects her steady determination and altruism. Next, we have Case Young from Wissahickon High School District with Chinese roots. Case is a champion for immigrant rights whose civic engagement, advocacy, and cultural pride reflect her courage and resilience. Unfortunately, she cannot be here right now, but she will be outside joining us later. Next, we have Sabal Gurung from Upper Merion School District with Nepali roots. Sabal is a committed youth mentor whose dedication to athleticism and community service reflects his consistent discipline and responsibility. Next, we have Helen Lima from Norristown Area School District with Latino roots. Helen is a resilient and compassionate leader whose support for young children reflects her sense of belonging and community. Joyjoy Khan from North Penn School District with Bangladeshi roots. Joyjoy is an inspiring leader whose willingness to support others reflects his family traditions of respect, compassion, and service. Matthew Sia from the Upper Dublin School District with Chinese roots. Matthew is an academic and cultural pioneer whose collaborative student initiatives reflect his proactive efforts to build bridges. Joshua Cho from North Penn School District with Korean roots. Joshua is an innovative changemaker whose youth mentorship and personal ambition reflect his devotion to advancing communities. And lastly, Musa Herzi from North Penn School District with Somalian roots. Musa is a positive role model whose commitment to his faith and performance in athletics reflects his sense of belonging and commitment. Please join us in giving them a round of applause for their outstanding achievements. Now we invite all of the students to remain at the front and join the commissioners for a group photo.
All right, let's, have you guys in the middle. Okay. Yeah.
Let's take two lines.
Two lines,
So,
yeah. Helen,
Anybody
front.
shorter, please move to the front.
Front, there you go.
Yep. You two also. Yeah. Can we shift everybody this way, please? Shift. Keep going. Okay. That's right. Okay, yeah, make sure you can see the camera.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Nellie. All right, first up, we'll do public comments, comment section. This is for today's pending votes. Limit is 3 minutes.
We do not have any agenda items.
Okay. All right, next we'll move to approval of the minutes. I'd like to make a motion to approve the June 11, 2026 minutes of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Makija. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next up, resolutions, authorization to sell 10 acres of property in Lower Frederick to be used as farmland. Ann.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. About a year ago, we came to a Commissioners meeting to present you with a little bit of an interesting situation in that the county was being bequeathed a farm in Lower Frederick that the deceased owner had intended to be preserved. So at that time, you accepted this property, and since then, we have successfully transferred it to county ownership. We have preserved it, and at this point, we would like to sell it, which was always the intention, to an interested property owner. There have been several people who have approached us with interest in taking over ownership of this property so that it could be farmed in perpetuity. We're really good at preserving farms, but we're not necessarily prepared to farm this property ourselves. So today I am here to request the approval of the sale of this property through GovDeals, which is a property disposition website the county uses for other assets it is looking to sell. We have appraised this property and look to sell it for the appraised value of $12,500 an acre, so a minimum sale price of $116,875.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 1 as described by Ann Levitt Bruberger. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Makisha. Any board comment? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Next up, Commissioner's appointment to the Prison Board of Inspectors. I'd like to make a motion to approve the board appointment as described in Resolution G-2. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next up, Commissioners' appointments and reappointments to the Mental Health and Development Disabilities Board. I'd like to make a motion to approve the board appointments and reappointments as described in Resolution G-3. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next up, personnel list.
Good morning, Commissioners. There's in front of you a final copy of the Commissioner Department's personnel list. It is a 3-page document dated June 24th, 2026, with a timestamp of 1:17 p.m. All positions have been reviewed and are presented for your consideration.
Great. I'd like to make a motion to approve the June 25th, 2026 personnel presentation as given by Mr. Anthony Brew. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Makisha. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Next up, advertisement of bids and RFPs, Montgomery County, Exhibit A. I'd like to make a motion to approve the advertisement of bids and RFPs for Montgomery County on attached Exhibit A. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, awards of contract, Montgomery County, Exhibit B. I'd like to make a motion to approve the contracts, awards, amendments, and renewals for Montgomery County on attached Exhibit B. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Makisha. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Next up, awards of contract, Southeast PA Regional Task Force, Exhibit C. I'd like to make a motion to approve the contracts, awards, amendments, and renewals for Southeast PA Regional Task Force on attached Exhibit C. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. General public comment.
First, we have Elizabeth Ozer.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, good morning. My name is Elizabeth Ozer, and I work with First Up, an early childhood nonprofit serving the southeast of PA. And I just wanted to share a snapshot of the Montgomery County child care and pre-K landscape. Right now, there are a lot of children who are not served, which means their families cannot work, which means the businesses are understaffed and our economy is sort of stifled. So right now in Montgomery County, there are around 5,750 children under the age of 5 who are eligible for child care works, and about 3,500 are not served. So that's 3,500 children who are not in childcare, meaning their families need to, most of their families are probably at home watching them. So I know from our organization that we have thousands of childcare programs who are understaffed. They cannot find anyone qualified to watch the children who are willing to make the salary they're able to offer. So there is some money in the state budget to improve that, but I would just urge the business leaders and residents of Montgomery County to support your childcare workforce. As you're doing planning, try to think about childcare. Where can you put it? Where can you include it in housing planning, things like that. Also mentioned that our pre-K snapshot is similar. There's about 5,000 eligible children ages 3 and 4 who could receive publicly funded pre-K. Only about 1,900 are served. So that's about 3,000 kids not in school, not in care, and families probably looking for work. So I would urge some thought around that, especially in looking at the contracts budget. I see 16 contracts for juvenile services, and a lot of that could probably be supported earlier on by ensuring the children receive developmentally appropriate education, that early intervention services are available to identify the children early on before they stem into behavior problems, which become quite costly in K-12. So this would improve a lot of the spending in general, because we immediately have a workforce boost. We later on reduce our K-12 spending, which is big, especially special ed. And later down the line, we have a huge reduction in crime, especially violent crime, from all the kids that received high quality early learning. So I would just share all that to say, as you're thinking about how to make things great in Montgomery County, keep childcare and early learning in mind, because it impacts quite a lot of them. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I also had a question for the commission around childcare. I know there was a TriShare program that was created for businesses, childcare, and families to sort of all contribute to, and I was wondering if the business community has sort of taken that opportunity.
I'd have to get the details on how the program is running. I know we launched that. That's been about a year with our ARPA dollars, but we can get you some more information.
Okay, that would be great, because we'd love to make sure families have the ability to go to work.
Absolutely. Could you just make sure our board secretary has your contact information?
I will, and I can send those fact sheets
Okay.
digitally
Yeah,
also.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any?
No, that's all for.
That's it? Okay. Any closing commissioner comments? All right. You said that very quickly. All right.
Trying to make up that 3 minutes.
I know. The next Board of Commissioners meeting, my colleague shared it, will be Thursday, July 16th at 6 p.m. at the Hatfield Township Admin Building. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the June 25th, 2026 meeting of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner DeBello. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, Salary Board. Invite our controller up. Any public comment for Salary Board?
No public comment.
Okay. Give them a chance to sit down. All right.
All right, good morning, members of the Salary Board. You should have in front of you a final copy of the Salary Board list. It is a 4-page document dated June 24, 2026, with a time step of 1:17 p.m. All positions have been reviewed and are presented for your consideration.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve the June 25th, 2026 Salary Board presentation as given by Mr. Anthony Brew, Chief Human Resource Officer. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Controller Hart. Any board comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the June 25th, 2026 meeting of the Montgomery County Salary Board. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Controller Hart. Any board comment? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you outside.
Yeah, there's a block party downstairs outside. Oh, there's a block party downstairs outside.
Will your dad help you or your voice?
I do
Oh.
No, I don't know.
parte, don't you? What do you do that? Last question.